Alright folks, we're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. I got the game pulling up. We're going to be doing a tutorial for adding currency systems. So this will give you the ability to add a currency, and then I'll do another video on how to create the bank so that people can generate the actual currency itself. This just gives you the ability to use the currency systems. I'm going to try to keep it a little shorter so that this way it's a little easier for people to follow. Each of the command blocks that I go into, though, I will keep open for a moment so that if people need to pause, they can pause to copy down what the commands are. Luckily, a lot of these are pre-made, so this should go pretty quick. For anybody who does join in, I appreciate you guys checking me out. Been doing this for a little bit, but just started doing it on like a schedule. This way I can bring you guys specific content. And if people have requests for different like command block tutorials and stuff, I can do that as well. So all you guys got to do is hit me up on either Twitch or YouTube. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll go ahead and make a stream for it. So even though we're about 2 minutes out, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll jump into it. In case anybody questions, yes, I do use Horion occasionally on my own private stuff. A lot of people kind of disapprove, but for me, for stuff like this especially, it's super helpful because I can go in and do something like this, and now I have my currency system set up, or the setup for it, I should say. What we're gonna do is take one of those, one of these, because I'm probably gonna use the same world for all of my tutorial videos until it starts lagging out. Alright, so in here you'll see I have a bunch of this stuff. You'll see the plus data, which means that it's already got all of the information in it. We'll just pull these all out since they're pre-made. Now this setup is a really easy setup. There's a couple pieces that I usually check on just to make sure. Oh, okay. One of the first things you want to do is game rule command block output false. So this way it's not sending that information all the time. And then also game rule send command feedback false. So now your commands won't be spamming your chat. So we want to leave 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay. And you know what? Actually, before I activate this, so this is basically what your system is going to look like. It's also going to have this in between. I usually build the short side, or I'm sorry, I build the tall side first, and then the short side, and then I add the redstone. So the very first block that you want to place is going to be your testing for your players. So you want it to be repeat, unconditional, always active. I have learned lately that on realms and servers, adding a 10 tick delay which is half a second, actually helps to reduce lag as well. So that is something to kind of keep in mind if you are going to. Oh, hey Zara. If you're going to be adding this to a realm or a server, you can turn around and add this 10-tick delay if you're going to have multiple command systems, and it does help because then it's, mind you, half a second doesn't seem like a lot, but in computer processing time, it actually does help. So your command, really straightforward, test for at A. You want it to find all of the people on the server. Your next command, I'm going to be using coin for my currency. So that's why you'll see this. It's in a chain unconditional, always active. You don't need to mess with the delay on this one. Chain conditional, always active. And your command is scoreboard or slash scoreboard players add at A C display 0. Now, the reason why I use C display is because I use coin, so it's coin display, and I just abbreviate it so I don't have to type as much. The next one is another chain unconditional always active, and it's slash scoreboard players add at A coin 0. So what this does is basically it's adding each player to the scoreboard, and since you're adding 0, it just keeps them on that scoreboard and keeps them active. So even when they hit 0, you're not going to lose the name on the scoreboard, and this also is what helps with the player offline. You'll see that in some people's scoreboards. Building it this way, it will not show the I have no idea what that noise was, but that was awesome. Doing it this way, it'll remove that player offline, so you won't have a crowded scoreboard. And then your last one on this chain is another chain unconditional, always active. And this one is the really important one. So it's slash execute at A tilde 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 slash scoreboard players operation at S. So that means at each player, at their self. C display equals at S coin. So basically, you want the displayed currency to equal what the actual currency is. And the reason why there's two and two scoreboards, there's one that's hidden, and that's the one that kind of holds all of the information. And then there's the actual visual scoreboard on the side of the screen. So this one here is what keeps those two equal. So you don't earn more on one or the other. Your next block here is going to be an impulse block, unconditional, needs redstone. That's going to be powered by your observer. But that command is slash scoreboard objectives remove C display. So in all honesty, no idea why this is important, but it is important because this is the main part that controls the player offline aspect. So I noticed when this command is messed up, or if it's wrong, or if it's choosing the wrong scoreboard, you'll still have the player offline issue. Your next block after that is a repeat unconditional, always active, and that's scoreboard objectives add C display dummy coin. And the way that I did the coin is you'll see it's the alt, and then on the number pad it's 0167, and there's different colors, letters that you can use to change your fonts and stuff like that. Now, the reason why this one is here is because that first one is removing the C display, the coin display. This one is adding it back constantly. Your very last command here is in a chain conditional, always active. And this is what's going to make the scoreboard actually visible. So it's slash scoreboard objectives set display, and then wherever you want it. So sidebar or menu, the actual options are scoreboard, objectives, set display, And then those are your three options. You could either do it below name, which floats above the character. You can do it list, which is in the pause menu. So on the right side of the screen here, you'll see my mouse moving. It'll have a number, and I'll actually display it here in a minute. And then the other option was sidebar, which is the one that usually shows up on the right side of the screen. So like where I have those command blocks right now is where it'll be. So let's go ahead. I'm actually going to build this from scratch so that you guys can see what I actually do when I do it. So not block. Test for at A. And actually, you know what? No. We're gonna save time on this. So after all of these are in, I drop my comparator, make sure that that's working. Your observer, you always want to face this way because you want to receive the signal from over there, and the face is what watches. Then once you drop your redstone, there is your currency system right on the right. And then you can actually change this to, let's just say, apparently I can't type, chaos coins or chaotic currency. Maybe that might be too long. Oh no, it did work. So there are limitations on characters. You can't have it too long. That's never worked for me before, so it's kind of cool that it did. And then, let me see here. There is, for it also to completely work, you need to go in and do scoreboard, objectives, add. Now, do you see how it only shows the C display automatically? You want to add your coin display, or your coin currency. So add coin, dummy, and then I always do it to match the descriptive, this one. So even though that said, I'll put that back to coin so that you guys can see what I mean. So there we go. You want those two to match. And the reason being is because if you don't manually add that last one like I did here, it's not going to save the actual currency. So when people earn currency, they won't be able to actually use it. One of the commands I'll show you real quick on how to assign currency amounts is you go in here and you go scoreboard, players. So you can do, there are a bunch of different options. I'm going to do add, and then the player. You can do it as a player, or you can do it as at P with a radius. I usually add C1, count of 1, so it only does it once. And then your, why is it fighting me on this? Scoreboard, players, add. If only I could type today. So we'll do the same at P, R equals 5, C equals 1. Coin, I always do it to the actual currency. I think some people do it to the display. I don't really know the difference, to be honest with you. I always do it to the original currency. So we'll just say coin of 100. So you'll see that. So, there we go. I wanted to make sure that it copied. Nice and easy. Copy and paste. Throw a... Now here's the nice thing is that with these, if you're doing it as a reward, you can give it to whoever, or you can put it on a push button. There's a ton of different ways that you can do this currency. Now, just to show you that it is going to keep that currency, I'm going to log out of there. Go back into Tutorial Tuesdays. Brings, you are amazing, dude. Thank you. So there you go. There's the 200. Now, if you want to change where it displays, you come up here, you change your sidebar to, we'll do the list for the first one. Now, when you do that, oops, not with a button, you have to actually break and replace this redstone. Now, as you can see, it didn't remove my currency either, which is nice. So if you need to move it around, you can move it around. There are some people who play on mobile or Switch where the sidebar, you might have some players who don't like having the currency on their screen. I've come across that a few times to where people just don't like it sitting on their screen. They think it takes up too much of the screen. So the list is another option. You can technically run both. You can actually throw this as a standalone block and change it to repeat, unconditional, always active, and then once again. I don't think I did that yet. There we go. Now you'll see. Why is it not working? Scoreboard objective set display. Oh, that's why, because I didn't change it from sidebar to list. That is kind of a key point if you want it to display on multiple locations. There we go. So now you'll see the coin is also on the right hand side in the pause menu, but it's also on my screen. The below name, I don't think it will display even on like first person view. So now, yeah, it's not going to show my name at all. If I had another person in here, though, it would demonstrate where it shows up. But basically, right above my head, where you would normally see IrishMac1985, it would be just underneath that. So those are all three options. I think, actually, you know what? I can do it as... Oh, no, I'll save that for another video. But, so there is the currency on there. Again, you can go through some of the nice little customizations. You can change the color. All different kinds of color options. Yeah, I don't really know how to change the font. I know that there's a bunch of different weird ones you can do as well. There's some that I don't even know, to be honest. I just kind of go through and push buttons occasionally to see if there's any new ones that have been added or if there's some that I'm missing. Like, that's a K. That makes it look all jumbly like that. I wonder what that would do. Just out of curiosity. Oh, God. That might actually be kind of fun just to mess with people. Have them log in and just have it rolling through like that. But I use the green, usually. But there we go. So there is the fastest way to add a currency system. Besides adding the coins, you can also remove the coins from players. So remove... Oh, again, I can't type. There we go. So back down to 200. For anybody wondering how I do the pick block to where it... Oh, that one didn't work. So you hold down Control on a keyboard and input on your right stick. Now, the commands are already in that block for me. So all I got to do is make the few little minor adjustments. So there's the add. And remove. Gotta love the sheep. But yeah, so that is adding the currency system to a World Realm server. It works anywhere in Bedrock is how this system would work, or this system will work. anywhere on Minecraft Bedrock. So whether it's a world, a realm, a server, there is an option to actually do this in a world that has achievements on, which is where the Orion comes in. Just to show you guys real quick what I'm talking about, I will go in and right in front of you guys, we will create a new world. Survival. We're just going to put it on peaceful for the demonstration. And give me, we'll put coordinates on. Oops. Or I can back out of it completely. Sorry, folks. We're going to close the door on this one. So, as you can see, though, when I go into cheats are not active. I'm going to make this world right here in front of you guys. So, for people who still want to keep their achievement chase as well, this is another option. I can go in and do the same thing and be... Oop. It would help if I had the right NBT selected. There we go. So as you can see, I'm randomly in a world here. Now, to be able to do this, the person does need operator. Now, the operator commands are turned on, but cheats are not on. So when I go in and try to see that, now as the owner, I can go ahead and update these, but I don't even know. So command block output false. Oh, maybe it did work. Game rule, send command feedback false. Now let's see if this actually, oh, can only be used if cheats are enabled. So yeah, as you can see, there are no cheats. So we're just gonna come here to this random spot. I'm gonna do the same thing just to show you guys here how this works. Now, I don't know. Yep, no, I'm not in creative. So now I can place them. Now, you see what I mean there in the chat, how it says added new objective C display? That is the chat commands that you want to not be showing up all the time, like that. Oop. We're going to build it the exact same way. There you go. And then to make it able to put in that last command that I did by hand, it was scoreboard, objectives, add coin, dummy, coin, and then we'll grab a button, just any. We'll do that. Oop, I probably should have left that button on there. Game rule, command block, output, false. So you'll see there it's been updated. And then we'll do game rule, send command feedback, also as false, because I'll probably wind up coming back into this world to do some more demonstrations. But there you go, folks. You can actually see that does work. I have a bunch of the achievements, so I don't have any that I can just get real quick to demonstrate it, but yeah. Like I said, if you guys have any specific requests for commands, I'm going to be doing the next video about the actual currency itself. So I'm going to show you guys how to add, remove currency with pressure plates, with items, so that this way people can buy and sell on your server. Um, if you guys want to see anything else specifically, either let me know in the comments, reach out to me in a whisper. This is also going to be on YouTube, and I will post the link as well in my Facebook or on my Facebook page. So if you guys need to come back and reference it, it will be there. But that is pretty much it for today. I am going to try to keep these tutorial videos kind of short, just so this way, again, more focused on what the actual tutorial is. But I appreciate everybody who stopped in, everybody who checks it out later. Appreciate you guys as well. Like Bring said, you guys can definitely go ahead, like, follow, share, pass it around. Again, I do take requests even from people that I don't know. I know a lot of people in my little community here mostly know me for commands in Minecraft. So again, if there was anything that you saw that you specifically want to know how to do, it's basically time, because I'm going out there and going to be putting up almost all of the command systems that I do in my own worlds and in other people's worlds. I won't actually name where they are unless the realms want me to. This way, you guys can turn around and add them to your own as well. So, yeah, again, thank you guys so much for checking in. If I noticed a couple people just popped in here real late, the stream will be up, and then I'll also copy it to my YouTube again for anybody who just joined. It's a short stream today, just again, tutorial systems specifically for currency systems. So, thanks again, guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, which is Wednesday. I don't know what I have planned for Wednesday. I think it's Warzone, Call of Duty. But I will probably be doing a Minecraft build stream a little earlier in the day, one of the realms I'm on. I'm going to be working on some parts of my house there. So if anybody wants to come check that out, you guys are more than welcome. But thank you again, and I will catch you guys next time.